Yes, hello people. Here another day going into some. I got a video coming up coming up before this one. Back at Hell Pond, I believe, where there's an Indian camp. Other than that, very interesting comment came up the other day. We're gonna go on that right now. And my video visit to Hell Pond the other day. Speck Pond in Lancaster. Supposedly they can't find the depth either. Also, I've been to that one in this video at Fort Devens. Scary. I wouldn't go in. And I was with some friends in the Army. It was 1992 or so. Also across from there in the woods, two random headstones, graves, just all by themselves. I think this person, it is a she, talking about, Hell Pond. Now, I didn't have enough time to go over there today. My wife is getting cold. Yeah, it was too windy. I had another video up on this that I wasn't able to do. I did before the one I did. It was too damn windy. I had to redo a whole new video, but it's a small, short video of actually what I believe is an Indian camp. The way the setting is, the way the hills are made around that area, I believe an Indian camp. And why do I believe this is because the simple fact that they say in the story that the Hell Pond was made when the mountain collapsed underneath the water, of course, the hill there. And for the Indians not to get up and run to the lake or pond or whatever it is to see what was making the noise, I kind of made a good point, I could say, on why they didn't do that. Because I believe that they had dug out and there's a path that goes up over the hill from the camp I show in the other video. And I believe that they didn't want to get up and run over the friggin' hill. Or let alone get up and, want to know what was making that noise. But, crazy enough. And what I haven't done yet, and I will be doing, but after I show this, because there's a lot of stuff now racing through my head about this depth of water that's supposedly there's no bottom to Hell Pond, or now, as you can say, Speck Pond in Lancaster. And surprisingly enough, just coming home from Hell Pond right now, all this was racing through my head. And what I've come up with after this comment, go to Google. No, I got a screenshot of it right now. Poof. Over here, you see the red marker dot. We have Speck Pond, Lancaster. Zip over here, people, as you see through the highway. Right here, Mirror Lake. Now, where am I going with this? Now it just blasted through my mind of talking about the rumbling under the earth back in the days of the Indians, the noises they heard, the things. And this is all led this all the way from home till now, which you'll see the time of the other video. Well, it says I put it up. It will be up in a few minutes, but if I have to show the time that I did it, from that time home, I mean, this is what I've come up with in my head. And like I said, I'm not done with this yet. But these are my thoughts and theories, and this is what I think what might lay beneath us. because you think about it. When I spoke about that other place, and I gotta look it all up again, but where the flying saucer came out of a river over a bridge, and it is now a historic UFO sighting, place of interest. They got the landmark there, the sign. This once was told a story by so-and-so that said they saw a UFO come up out of the ground from the river and fly over them and fly off. So, that being said, and this is what came out of my head, not in the books. This is what I'm thinking now, that I'm getting all this information. And, oh man, it's just mind-boggling of what I'm thinking. Could it be that these places of interest, and due to the fact now that they are publicly ran, publicly known, publicly, not like back in the day of the Indians, where all this now used to be, all woods. No roads, no nothing. It was all land, all woods. But could it be that these no depth waters, nothing underneath, could be tunnels to UFOs? And how did this come to about in my head? Because if they've come up out of these, there's no depth of the water of how low it goes. The tunnel could be so far under, right? They don't want you to track their holes and they're traveling. So what are they doing underneath? They're flying and they could come up. Damn it. Flying and they could, come right up out of the water. And if they want to fall back into the water, travel the tunnels. And then this one, come up out of the water. Want to go back in, fly right back into their tunnel. Now, like I said, I'm not done with this. But as you can see, these line up. These two holes, these two waterways, they're pretty much lined up. Perfectly lined up. And that can go for any waterways. But if they're tearing down mountains, hills, in these, but then again, not all waterways, because some are more publicly ran. So what I'm thinking is, if they're doing this out in the wooded areas, so say, like back in the day where, there's less traffic, less people. Of course, all this lake is surrounded by fire roads and, dead-end roads. I've been down these. I delivered dumpsters down these roads, but they're very tiny, very small. Trying to maneuver a truck in there is ridiculous. But I used to deliver dumpsters in here, and it's right. It's like a damn secluded area. And, of course, being this close near the military base, and that's what it is with these, if say so, this is a tunnel transport with aliens. You can see why they use secluded land, sacred land. And that's why you see more of these things coming out in sacred spots. Secluded spots is right. They don't want you to know they're there. And what better place than a Fort Devens being secluded, only military ran. There you go. But these were always there before the Devens base, so of course, if all this began to be built in these passageways, I believe, this is what I'm thinking, have now just been long gone, and they've moved maybe to other places, secluded, say so, like up in here where there's not a lot of people, houses, or whatnot. But they could still be traveling underneath us if that's the case. There's so many train tunnels under these towns, even in Leominster. The slavery tunnels. I can just imagine how many there are and how long they run. They could lead into these things and say so. It's just like, who knows what is really gone under all this. And if they were there before the dawn of time, which it's only clear because these holes were made back in the Indian days, back in the 1500s. This is when this is claimed this has happened in the 1600s. So back then, if mountains were being moved, these tunnels were being made by something rather than humans. Is right. That's what I'm thinking this is. So back in the day when the Indians lived, they didn't, they come up out of the water and they travel, and if they want to go back into the water, right, they just made it in a place where it was where they wanted to make their tunnels. And I'm not done with this tunnel railway because now I gotta see if this all lines up to another place I don't want to say yet. Keep y'all in suspense. But what that is what if that was just a tunnelway in and out exits for alien life craft, ships? Go under, they're big enough to house a friggin' ship. Them ponds and lakes pretty much look like a damn lake. And let's look at the base of this. This one right here, if you think about it, if they were to go shooting in like the way that is, that's how pretty much almost you could say an alien ship looks like when they show them on pictures. They got the top of it, the hump top goes down, as you can see on an angle, straight at the bottom. I mean, the ship could have been just diametered right to fit in there. But as you can see, that corner, its shape is a ship. What if it goes flying down in like that? True. And this one, the ship resembles, say so, like the Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Them tall ships with the long base at the bottom, and they wedge out and got the top. Hey, think about it. Think about it. Or they could just be small enough to fit in that big, huge hole and just fly right under. Whatever the case may be, you think about it. Insane. What is really under us? Is there really UFO travel tunnels beneath us? And these all connect? So, yeah, if they want to get out here, get out. Go under, go travel a little more. Oh, you don't want to get caught? Come out. Go back in. Travel, don't want to get caught, get out. Or wherever else where they may be. I gotta look, I gotta do some more research on this. Yep, that's right. I gotta line up some more stuff. Let's see what this goes to. Let's see what we get out of this, huh, people? I wish I could do better on a map because, if I gotta do this and I gotta do the way out and I can't find it and I'm going like this and marking stuff, it's gonna be a complete bitch to do. But if this happens to line up where I'm thinking right now, I'm going with this. This is a long ass tunnel to travel under this friggin' area. Unbelievable. Or, as you can see, 1, 2, and I come down here to Bolton Flats Wildlife, which just kind of resembles a pond area. I mean, I'd have to drive by that 117, and what was that, 110? Yeah, I gotta... Oh, wait. That... shoot. 117, 110. I think that might be... Yeah. I'm trying to think. What is that? Then 17, 110, 70. Yeah, that's... Houses are there now. I think that might be the set of lights. Houses are there, but as you can see here, it looks like a opened hole. And I have to really look into that one, but where I'm going with this is triangle, triangle, triangle. But all in all, give you something to think about now, people. No registered bottom to these ponds. What is under there? Something do go in and out we don't know about? Give you all something to think about, huh? All this came up within an hour's time in my mind. What is really out there? What is really underneath us? I would like to know, damn it. But it is something to think about. And this person that went to the Mirror Lake, like I said, is scared of this place. I do get vibes there, so. But you gotta remember, Indians live there, and it could be cursed. There could be Indian burial grounds in there that no one knows about. And as you can see, there's a little roadway over here, so that all must lead to that, maybe one of the many shooting ranges or practice ranges that Fort Devens has, because they got it off over here on Route 70 going upward. When you take there's a lot of land here Fort Devens has. A lot of land, people. And whatever the case may be, whatever lies out in this area, man, it's very, very mind-blowing, and I want to know, but something to think about. Tell me what you think. Till the next video, be safe, be care, take care, and beware. You don't know what lives amongst us, people. A lot of stuff starting to come out on this, huh? A lot of stuff. Out.